Hey guys, what's going on? It is the Coastal Critiques panel. We are back again with our recap and review for season 4, episode 15 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Swimming with the Fishes. Let's go. Well, hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you today, folks?
Yeah, I like this. This is good. And I still like it's a lot of cheetah, a lot of red going on, you guys. If you haven't noticed. Very coordinated in sync today. And I like it.
Me too. I like it too. We got a little Christmas vibe and then a little
I do.
On top of it.
We do. I mean, what's better than Christmas and cheetah print? Like they go hand in hand, right? Yeah.
I really try to tell people. And it's so funny that you say that, Barb, because I this year on my Christmas tree I did it all blue and turquoise and light blue.
Favorite.
Excuse me. And so there's no red on my tree. The only red that I do have on my tree, I have 2 Santa Claus miniatures from Hallmark, 2 miniature. One, he's ice skating and he looks, he's on ice skates and he's like, hey. And the other one, I think it's more traditional. I can't think of what he's really doing, but it's just, those are the only 2 red pieces on my tree. And so any other time my tree is all red and green and all kind of colors. And then I have cheetah print. Like I was telling you before we got live, my manager from Hallmark gave me I think he might have got me this. No, I got this myself, but it was out of our store. This is out of Hallmark. But he got me like ornaments that are like a little purse. It's a cheetah print purse. And it has red, like a red bow on it. And you can hang it up. And it says love to shop. And then he got me like a little, it's like a shoe box. So it's a red shoe box with a cheetah print shoe on it. And says love my shoes or something like that. And then he got me another one. So it's like a 3 little thing. And I almost put it up because it's just that cute. But I was like, it's not matching with my tree, so I better not. But yeah, super, super cute. Super cute. I love it so much.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna put up a tree, but like it's probably not gonna, it's late now and I really don't feel like dealing with that because I want to take it down because somebody's leaving. Like
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting into all that. But yeah. I always like trees like royal blue, like dark blue, silver, and white. So I've never done like just traditional red and green or anything like that. But I'd love to see the different ones. I would love to do a pink one year. Hopefully, maybe that could happen.
You definitely should. Working at Hallmark, my coworkers, they would go all out. I had a couple of coworkers. Actually, my manager was one too, but one of my other coworkers, he didn't have any children. And of course, he's he plays for the other team. So I just say that with care because I love my gays. So when I say it, I'm just giving you a visual because he was so entailed and detailed with things that he would have more than one tree. Like he would have a tree upstairs, downstairs, in a bathroom. He would make like an all Disney tree. He would make an all, like you just said, Barbie tree. He would have them like that. But we worked at Hallmark, so we had abundance of ornaments that he could do that with. And Lord, his trees were amazing, like beautiful. Like, so yeah. So I understand.
That's the plan. I want to have like one in every room, dining room, right when you come in, the bedroom. I want all of the trees. I just need to get to that point in life.
Yeah, my client yesterday, when I went to go do my client, it was like that. When I walked in, she had a white tree here. She had a big white tree over there. Her pillows were green. Everything in her house is like kind of goldish. And she has like valances that's in her kitchen that are yellow. She changed it all into green. She had little green backdrops on her bar stools, and they had green, like gold reindeers on it. It was really cute. And I just was like, see, when I grow up, I want to, and my house bigger than hers. She on a flat, I'm upstairs, downstairs, and she probably has 4 or 5 bedrooms. I have 5 bedrooms. So it's like, and I have a loft. So it's like, man, I'm about to feel it. I want every piece of this house to look like some. This year didn't work. This year didn't work. I just was like, I wasn't Scrooge, but I'm just like, it's whatever. But I do love my tree. I do. It's beautiful. I did post it on IG. Y'all want to see it.
Okay. Yeah. So y'all, speaking of IG and stuff like that, y'all make sure you are following both of us on IG, as well as subscribe to both of our channels. We are streaming to both of our channels. So go ahead and do your rounds.
On our way to 500, y'all. We both on our way.
Yes. Closer by the day.
We swimming. We swimming with the crew. We swimming there.
We're getting there. So shout outs to all of our new subscribers. If we got anybody in the bushes and whatnot. Shout out to the replay gang as well. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. We never run out of things to say about these housewives and everything. But what did you oh wait, actually before I ask you that,
let's say hello.
Hello to
our big sis. Oh no, that's your big sis. That's my little big sis.
Yes, and she showed love on both channels as always. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We come up here trying to we feel like we journalists. Like, why everybody on YouTube want to be journalists? I'm like, no, we're bloggers. We vloggers. I ain't putting
our best. Who wants to look at an eyesore for an hour or 2 hours up here talking? Like, you want to put your best foot forward. So
always.
It's
Thank you, Ella.
And Auntie Bernice is in the building as well. Hello. It's almost your birthday. I still got my post-it right here because I'm not gonna forget.
That's right. Hey, Auntie Bernice. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the cuties. Thank you for the hearts, and thank you for the world. You know how you do. Y'all see what it looked like. You want to say hello to us. You want to put you don't want to say nothing. You just want to let us know you're in the chat. You can put any one of these little icons up, and we'll know that you're here. So we appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for hitting the like button and subscribing and all that good stuff. Make sure your notification button is on all, because people be like, we didn't get the notification. Because you just think you hit notification and you like, I know when I used to look at notifications, I was like, all, none, some, I don't know what it said, but whatever it said, it confused me, is what I'm getting to. Okay. So just hit all. That means every time one of us go live, if you subscribe to us, you'll get a notification. That's all.
That's very important. Sometimes I don't know when I'm gonna get up here. I just get up here, and it's if you got your notifications on, then you'll know.
Right. Spirit sometimes just moves us. It just moves us sometimes.
Just gotta jump up here impromptu, like. But what did you think about this episode, y'all? This is the next week is the finale. So what do we think about the pre finale episode?
Right. Actually, okay. So episode 15, swimming with the fishes, and we kept trying to figure out how many. So we get 16 episodes. We was racking our brains. Was we not? It's 17. It's 20. It's 18. I don't know. I don't remember. 15, 12. Yes. So 16. I'm excited for the finale. This episode was pretty good. The way it left off was kind of crazy because Meredith was like just spooky in a way that, why are you so quiet? What? Meredith always has something to say. So for me, it's like, what's wrong? Like, huh? So I was eager to see how it was gonna play out. But I feel like it was full. It wasn't like a really fluff episode. It had a lot of little, for me, I noticed a lot of things. That's what I'll say. Like, before I was really a Monica, favorable for Monica. I'm starting to side-eye her a little bit, because Meredith is not helping. Meredith's track record is not helping. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode. How about you? What you thought?
I've been side-eyeing Monica, so it's really hard for me. Although last week was a little bit undecided, I feel like a lot of us that were either on the fence or kind of maybe on one side versus the other side, or just didn't exactly know where we wanted to jump in at and form our opinion. I feel like this episode, I feel safe in saying that this episode kind of gave us a bit more context, and I think kind of allowed us to kind of really sink into where we, you know, see things going and who we see as far as who's doing what, saying what, where these DMs came from, and all this. Like we're just peeling back the layers even more so to kind of reveal like who really could have done that, whose MO is this really. And something was actually said during the episode before we really even got into all of that, that kind of allowed me to see like, yeah, I see this person's capable of some weird stuff. So although Meredith, you know, has a track record at this point, it is what it is. You know, that's something that she brought on herself ultimately. I can't say that without also looking over here to the other way and saying that there's some weird stuff over there too. So yeah, it was a lot.
I know one thing.
It was a lot.
I know one thing. They better get to the bottom line of it in the reunion. I know that. Don't be leaving us hanging. Yeah. Don't be leaving the questions untold. We still didn't get our question in, Barb. I don't know how we forgot to do that.
Yeah,
I'm blaming it on the young brain because my older brain didn't remind me, but your younger brain should have reminded you.
This brain is.
Oh, you know, we ageism. Everybody been M2M, Married to Medicine. They've been doing a lot of ageism. I don't do that to you, do I, Barb?
No, because no.
Okay, I really feel like
that's a whole.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. And I was playing when I said it. That's why I did it, because I don't do that to you. Even though
crazy,
my daughter, my kids are around your age, I still don't make it seem like, excuse me, listen to your elders, or Barb, I'm older. You don't, I don't even look at you like my kids.
I mean, it should be organic. I feel like obviously we all know who's older, who's younger. Like we all know everybody's age. So
yes.
I feel like, side note here, y'all, but I feel like with them over there, the way they're doing it is like they continue to emphasize this versus letting things just happen organically. Because I feel like I organically value your opinion and stuff with certain things. So I don't feel like they should be consistently emphasizing this whole age thing. Let it just happen. Like obviously we know that you have more life experience, Dr. Heavenly. So just let that be the guide. You don't need to keep having to like use that as a precursor. Like I'm older, so well, I'm older, you younger, so like you could just say what you have to say, leave it at that.
Yeah, the sugar baby thing. It's like, stop, don't do that. Because if she call you an old baby, then what? What were we doing? So you just don't want to open that can of worms. So yeah, we just sorry for the sidebar, but sometimes we have to put that out there because some people just don't get it. They're going to be journalists without degrees with the I don't right, and that's why I wouldn't claim that. I mean, some of them been in the business long enough where they do. But Mr. Carlos King, with all due respect, I know you keep saying you're a journalist and stuff, but sometimes you be like, "Come on, bro." Like to Heavenly, and I know we saw about it again, but to Heavenly's thing, like you can't be on one side. You got to keep it straight, forward, narrow, as if you are not interviewing your homegirl. Like you just got to do it that way. The Ice Queen did a seal because she switched personalities real quick and did a DEA. That's exactly what she did. If Meredith ain't Meredithing, I don't know who isn't.
Usually I would be like right there with you, but I mean I'm not that mad at her for this time, because I think we hit on it last week where it was like technically Monica bought it on herself, I want to say, because she could have just went up to the source to begin with instead of just like weaving in extra people in between and the Lisas, and like too many extra people get brought into stuff, and that's what kind of makes people lose credibility, because you should just go to the source right from the back. Just go from the source, because as long as you go to the source, no one can really say too much bad about you. Like
right. I agree. Too many opinions, too many people in it make it puts more holes in the story. It just because now you have this person's opinion. Yeah. And then that opinion. And then you can't remember what your opinion is because you got their opinion now. And it's like, oh man, now what's fact and what's fictional? What did I say? What was really said You know, it gets really bogged up. He did it to me. Wait, what?
I don't know what I have to. We have to vote you off the island. I don't know why, but I'm just a middle person.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
I'm just
That's
the middle
what they do. Thank
Mm-mm.
goodness that my sisters can't. They would ever do that to me. That was evil. But we gonna get. That's the only reason why I have to bring all that up is because Barb, if y'all don't know, she went and did her Married to Medicine review yesterday. You guys need to go catch that on the replay, and it was amazing. And I was working, and I'm always working when she is going live, so I couldn't talk, and I really couldn't talk. So some of this stuff had to go on and go into this. Because it still got to do with friends and frenemies. Let's go with that. Because
I mean, Bravo, it's all the same network. So if you just have to get something off your chest, I'm not going to shut it down. So
I appreciate that.
That was a little intro and whatnot, y'all. But back to this episode.
Swimming with the fishes.
Yeah, where did we begin with this episode?
I'll begin. Yeah. So we're in day 3 of Bermuda, right? So we're in day 3, and what I did like is when in the beginning when it said it's another beautiful day. I like that. I like that. It was cute. So anyway, Monica and Heather go out for a walk on the beach, and they're trying to clear the air from the prior evening, right? Mm-hmm. Heather wanted to let Monica know her boundaries, which is, she already asked her on the trip there about her daughter's sexuality. Was she doing anything? And she shut it down real quick. Then she doubled down later, thinking it was, being girl talk, because we do talk like this. It's not that big a deal. But she doubled down and she asked Heather again. No, she asked the group, not just Heather. She asked the group when was the last time they all had, encounters with partners. And she ended up getting, shutting it down again. So that's why Heather is telling Monica on the beach, these are my boundaries. I feel like you did it again. You doubled down on it. And I just felt like it wasn't necessary. So I was already feeling kind of way. And so I kind of snapped at you the second time. Evil Queen was all I do was asking, honey. Yeah, we're going to get to it. Yes, we are. And so, so they just, she just like Heather, Monica says now she knows what the certain subjects are not up for discussion, and they hug it out. Heather asks Monica if she thinks that Meredith is behind those DMs. Monica didn't really say she thinks she's behind it. She said she doesn't know what to think, and I don't know what to think because it's not concrete. All we know is that Monica says that she gets did she get a text or did she get a phone call? That's what I don't know. However, she gets a phone call.
It was just straight DMs.
No, from Meredith to tell her to go check the DM. However, whatever way.
I want to say a phone call.
Okay, so she calls Monica. Hey, Monica, I got this strange DM. Check your DMs and see if there's a DM in there for you. Now, that does seem kind of weird that Meredith found that and Monica doesn't check her DMs. That's what she said. So Monica says she don't know. I don't know what to believe. And Heather is just like, well, if you check the track record, I don't know, but it's kind of leaning. If I was Heather, I would be leaning towards Meredith probably is behind it because Meredith has done some things. We have Monica sitting here saying she doesn't know if Meredith is behind it, but what she is saying is she got this DM and she would have never checked it if Meredith didn't tell her. Monica said that she doesn't know what they discuss. Heather says it's hurtful when a stranger trolls them, but she thinks that one of their friends, if it's one of their friends doing it to them, it's even more harmful and it's the ultimate betrayal. And for me, when she says all that, those words, she was like, if it came from one of the ladies in this circle of friends, it's the ultimate betrayal. It's going to be devastating. And a lot of these girls already been through it. So for me, I'm like, No, you go ahead. Because I was going to put it on you.
Wait, are you pondering over that because you think that could be applicable to something else that might occur in the future?
I do. Yes. Yes, I do. I feel like she was trying to say something in that because they always take the confessional later. I mean, but it ain't before the reunion, obviously. So I just feel like she was trying to say, she was trying to tell her, God is trying to tell you something. I think that was a moment. That's what she is.
Yeah. I took it like that too, but I also took it like, okay, Heather, like just so you know, I'm always like, I'm never gonna say anybody else isn't involved in the approach. And I mean that, and what I mean by that is like you always have to be able to take your own advice. So as long as you know that, Heather, I don't want to see you flip-flop and do some crazy stuff in the future. So I'm just gonna say that, just throwing that out there. Don't be a hypocrite in the future then, since you know that lesson. And then for Monica, really in this scene, what I really wanted to highlight about that was, I don't know if you picked up on it, but when Heather was like, you know, like who would do that, or you know, you wouldn't do that or whatever, and Monica was like, she jokingly said it, but she was like, yeah, I mean, that is some type of ish I would do. So that's what I was kind of mentioning without mentioning earlier, where
sorry, it's coming through my
it just, you know, people don't have to do something directly to you in order for you to see into their character and to see that, you know, they're not above doing certain stuff. If somebody, you know, punches you in the face, then I'm going to know, like, oh, for no reason at all, I'm going to be like, oh, wow, like that person is capable of just randomly snapping and punching somebody in the face. Like, maybe that might be somebody that I don't need to you know, be too cool with, because they could just flip flop on me one day just because they're feeling like it. So I just definitely honed in on that. And I mean, of course, I feel like, you know, y'all have been seeing what's been happening in the blogs and I got at BravoCons and certain things. Like, I think we all know, like, the outside stuff that's been kind of occurring, especially on this franchise with them. So I feel like we might be taking little nuggets from that, and kind of that is probably helping shape our opinions on stuff. But I still stick by what I said. Although Meredith's track record is pretty crazy right now, it's looking pretty bad. Monica is not looking so good for you either. That's all I can keep saying about it. And next week, I feel like we're going to get the final layer pullback. We're going to, you know, be bare bones up there, seeing it for what it is. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. She did. She told on herself is basically what you was trying to say. You basically could have told on yourself.
She didn't call Lisa or Heather. She called them. Yeah. Because that was after it was the plane. It was the plane ride back from Palm Springs. The lunch. Like they had all these one-on-ones. So it's really hard, and I don't look at anybody weird at all. Like, if you side with one side, you side with one side. If you side with the other side, that's fine too. But I feel like none of us will really truly know, because all these things were happening one-on-one, just them. So, and they weren't mic'd up or anything like that. So right now it really is she said versus she said. But it looks
and like that's the part that I hate. That part, like, I really, because then I kind of want y'all to duke it out in front of me. Like, I kind of want you to just be in front of me talking about, well, no, tell me exactly what was said. Like, let's just get to the bottom of y'all together anyway. Why we can't just all talk about it in front of me? Since you brought me in it anyway, you wanted my opinion. You told this person, you told that person. So yeah, let's get it all off. Oh, and we on a boat. Oh, you can't just, you gonna have to swim the shore to get off. Okay, yeah, then let's do it right here, right now. like, come on.
That's hard.
See, that's the difference with melanin skin and melanated skin. I said that's the difference between melanated skin, because see, melanated skin, that's how we gonna handle it. Girl, what was said? Tell me right now.
Continuous sidebars and little conversations. We're just gonna lay it right out here, especially on a vacation too. That's the other main thing to me, is like,
come on.
I feel like is really emphasizing this. I feel like it's super telling because who really is going to be so wound up on this? And I get we're filming a show. I get that, y'all. But we are in, tropical paradise here. You really think I'm going to be on some BS if I don't have to be? I'm just throwing out my thoughts here, y'all. This is all what was going on in my mind when all this was happening. Monica should have took Mary's advice and trusted no one. She shouldn't have took the bait from the ice cream. Yes, I think that's also it. That's also something that I was thinking too, where she wouldn't have got caught up in this if she didn't say anything or get involved at all either, unless she's guilty. Yeah.
I agree with that, Auntie Bernice. That was my daughter calling. Sorry, that's why it kind of threw me off. She's calling from another number, and I'm like, it's your fave. So I just told her I'm live because she's not here. Like, I'm live. Call your brother and give him the message. So anyway, very good point. Back to what I said. Melanated skin will tell you what it is, and that's why Mary told her, like, girl, don't trust these girls. As far as you can throw them, don't trust them. And it's not like that. It's just that's just common sense. You're just coming into this friend group. Stop licking everybody's boot. They know
like dynamic thrives on, and it thrives on mess. So like, why would you
fix your family? How about you fixing your family and you do that?
Really? Oh.
I'm not saying like that. I'm saying that's real tea. Like, fix your mom. Fix that, and Bobo, the grandma. You got stuff.
Your divorce. Get back, financially stable. Like, there's a lot of things that she should be focused on.
You got your business you can run. You're supposed to be running.
If you're keeping along with that, I can only think it's because you like to do it or whatever, or you have something to do with it because you got way more on your plate over here that you should be thinking about, Miss Ma'am.
Miss Ma'am. Me too. So now we get to Meredith calling Seth and telling him, I'm struggling here. The struggle is real in Meredith's head, y'all. The struggle is real in Meredith's head. She's like, yeah, I'm struggling because all the ladies came after me, and Lisa yelled at me. I mean, it was very, very nasty. It was very nasty. Can you believe how appalling that is for her to yell at me and be so nasty? I'm like, girl, you should have yelled back, goofy. So she's like, yeah. So Meredith, Seth, my notes, because I was talking, it said Cedo. I'm like, what is Cedo?
I didn't say any cups. I looked like he was working out. So
hey, but you see how he wasn't as goofy. You see the tone? The tone was serious. It wasn't. See him and back to Married to Medicine, him and Cecil, they red cuppers. Every time I see Cecil, I think he got a drink in his hand, and I think he always got a goofy little something snarky to say. When he don't have a drink, they serious. I'm telling you. That's why they wives treat him like that. Like, you see how Meredith dismisses him, and not like Lisa dismisses her. She dismisses him like, man, you drinking. You on the red cup.
He did give her some good house.
He did.
Like,
so no red cup. No red cup. I feel like the red cup would have told him, F him, girl. F him, girl.
Yeah, like just some wild stuff, like go skinny dipping or something. Like, it would have been something weird. Like,
thank you, sister. This is all I'm saying. You understand me. We here.
He's a character.
Each other.
He's a character.
Man, hey cousin, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button on both channels, cousin. And I heard you yesterday. It is game night on Ranting with Ricardo tonight. She is doing Mariah Carey. Is it Christmas Mariah or just Mariah? However, y'all make sure y'all go over to cousin Ranting with Ricardo and do game night with her. It's fun, y'all. We have a good time over at Ranting. She's a key y'all. So y'all make sure y'all following her and go have game night on every Wednesday. Every Wednesday she does this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Back to the subject at hand. So Meredith, Seth tells her, Meredith, just go enjoy the beautiful place that you're visiting. Like, go enjoy the beautiful. It's paradise, girl. Go outside and go look.
So
you know the big reveal is gonna be Monica. Oh, Billy.
I actually shared before we got on here. I actually shared that I accidentally watched like this a little bit of a spoiler video or whatever. So
Okay,
yeah,
well, you know what? I already knew this tea right here.
yeah,
So
that's
this
why
was
the outside noise that we've been hearing since the beginning.
yeah, because actually, cousin Renton told me about this probably about a month ago. No, maybe about 3 weeks ago. Probably at least 2 weeks, but maybe before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it all kicked off like right, pretty much.
I think after Thanksgiving, right when Nola left.
BravoCon, yeah. So
Okay, yeah. So I do know about that. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of things going on. A lot of things.
I'd much rather end on that note than the whole Angie's in the Greek mafia or the whole cousins. I don't want to end on the cousins versus cousins, the Angie and Meredith stuff. Yeah, I want to end on this right here.
Me too. This will be nice, and no disrespect, because at least I know why, and I got a little bit of the breakdown so I can understand this, and we can. It's money. It's a bill, y'all. Come on. I mean, I'm sure it's more to the story. I'm not saying that. So anyway, Meredith says she's trying to decipher what's really going on and who's responsible for what. I'm like, girl, sell it to the judge, girl. Now you telling to the husband. I don't understand. I don't know why I'm lagging.
She's been looking like a beat dog since they got there. Like, this is just.
I'm gonna go out and come right back in, sister, because I'm lagging.
Okay. Meredith has really been looking like a beat dog since they got to the island. I know she was, sick or whatever, but this is just not the best trip for her. So it sucks, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is Housewives. But I think that's it for that scene. Like I said, Seth gave her some good house husband advice. He told her, she's in a beautiful place. Don't let the BS pretty much get to you. Don't let it affect you. Don't let it bother you, whatever. And, you're just surrounded by, I want to say he said people with questionable behavior, or he just said questionable behavior, which we could all agree to that, right? So the next scene we got was with Whitney and Angie. They were playing tennis.
Yeah, uncoordinated ass Angie.
I see myself in those moments, so it just makes me laugh when she.
But you know what? And it's funny. Yeah, you can't be good at everything, and because I feel like I'm a Libra. I'm like kind of. I won't use the word androgynous because that means you kind of look like a man and female. But I have traits like a guy and a girl. Like, so for me, like I catch really well, I can throw real well, I can throw football, I can do all that stuff. So when I see women like that, I laugh because I'm coordinating in those type of things. So that's where my laughter comes from. But people that are just not coordinated, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just you ain't never hit a tennis ball. It looks easier than it is sometimes because you gotta pick the ball up and hit the ball, or you bounce the ball. You got to be coordinated and know when to do it. We just see that's not her get there. That's not her get there. But Whitney, on the other hand, that fool got form. I said, Whitney ain't playing with him. The way she was hitting the ball, I said she gonna tear somebody up. Like, I said she got the back on
and like
all the form, Serena.
She said, "Yeah, I'm no Serena, but I'm familiar with balls or whatever she whatever."
Yeah, she did say that. She did say that. Her and Toya. That would be a good mix up for Ultimate Girls Trip. Yeah, y'all need to get. Yeah. Oh, they go
crossover spinoff or something.
Oh, they did that already. I know not them, but I know Whitney and Heather were on a spinoff, but I was just thinking about Toya. They now felt like that already happened. They were Whitney and Heather were on Ultimate Girls Trip. One of them, I believe so. I didn't watch all of it, but I do believe they went on. I can't remember what other girls they were on. That's why I said, why does that sound familiar? Because it is. I just don't remember who was all on there. But anyway, so I said she ain't coordinated. So they do discuss about, the Meredith situation again. What the ice queen has get sympathy like them.
And I see that.
No, you know what? For real though.
It does kind of seem that way. Like she needs to have genuine, like no yelling, no confrontation, no nothing. She needs to have genuine people, like people just saying they're sorry. Like, or otherwise you can't pass go, you can't collect $200. Like she needs that from you in order to move forward with friendships. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, if that's just her standards or her boundaries or whatever, then I mean, okay, that's cool. But oh, that could be exhausting sometimes. Just it's a lot with her.
Agreed. It's good. How are you? Happy holidays to you, Mama. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit like on both our channels too, sweetie.
Thank you for coming on through. We appreciate it.
Love you so much. Yeah. So what they discuss about Whitney. They discuss about what's going on with Meredith. Whitney was confused on how Meredith was moving and that she didn't have nothing to say when everybody was kind of confronting her, and she didn't own anything and she didn't confront anybody. I don't know what my thing says. This word is just all. It says something. I put something like she wants to know how long is she gonna be able to keep this facade up, basically. You know. Thank you. I
don't. Whitney. I don't know. She kind of like loses me sometimes because she comes in real hot with things. And I feel like sometimes it just be making situations worse, or she could be projecting like how that person was during a time with her in the past or whatever. I wish she would take the Heather approach sometimes, even though going back to when Seth and Meredith were on the phone or whatever, and she was all like, yeah, like, and Heather like didn't even like have my back or anything like that. She said something along those lines. So I feel like I'm not mad though. Like I was perfectly fine with Heather sitting at that table looking around, like, because that's how I wish Whitney would take that a little bit more, because she just be so ready to jump in stuff, and I'm like, girl, just sit there and be cute, please.
Yeah, sometimes you need to just take it in a little bit and then analyze what's going on, not really talk, and just just be like, because sometimes in the beginning she was doing that. That's why I was like, oh, she's maturing, but she's starting to trickle back down to her back.
like
yeah, she's backwards. She also brings up about Heather going off on Monica. And she was like, dang, the fact that she just told me that she didn't like me going off on her and then brought her in. And it was kind of weird that she was like, yeah, like Whitney said, shut the F up. I said, wait a minute. How'd I get in this? I got reprimanded.
I did laugh a little bit. Can't lie. I did been like dazzle, but it shouldn't have happened. Like, that was mean.
It should have, but I was just like, girl, I would have been like, don't throw me in there. I ain't even in it. My name Bennett.
My heart went down so fast. Like, are we really about to bring this back up again? Like, oh, we're past that.
Right. Going up. Angie is trying to give Heather and okay. Angie is trying to give Heather an out by saying, I guess it's Heather. Maybe it's Monica, but saying that the way it was brought up is probably the way they was brought up. The way they, the Mormon culture or whatever. So basically she's saying, like, don't get mad at Heather because she doesn't want to talk about sex in front of everybody. That's something that's probably instilled in her. And so that kind of creeps back out. Whitney don't give a damn. No, I don't, because I remember when the beginning of the season, not this season, the very first season, when Jen Shaw's husband had a party, and I think they introduced her to one of his friends, and it was a black guy, and was all, she was kind of loosey goosey with it. Not so much where it's like, oh my God, I kind of like it because I'm a straightforward type of woman. I don't wait for a man. Well, I've never really waited on a dude to talk to me. If I see him and I like him, I'm going to go talk to him because I feel like if I wait on him, he might not see me. He might not be looking for me, but I found you. So I'm going to go talk to you. That's how I met my husband. That's how I met my older kid's father. It was the same way. I like when I seen you, like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going for. But not to say that's everybody's cup of tea. I'm just saying. So, no, I don't believe that about Heather. I feel like she's trying to protect her daughter, but in the same token, why are you trying to protect yourself? Why are you trying to, oh, I don't want to talk about it? Or maybe she's looking for a husband and she don't want, people to take her niceness or how she was in the beginning. Like I was just talking about that party when she met the guy that time. Not that I'm saying she loose. I just feel like she cool. Like she's laid back. It's not too hard for her to have a conversation with any guy. I feel that about Heather. So I think in a certain manner, I think she wants to pull that back and just kind of maybe try to be more conservative. I don't know, but I just feel like it's coming out of a weird place. I can understand the daughter. I don't understand it about her. I don't understand it about her.
For me, it's more so like, I don't know if I should say embarrassment, but I think shout outs to the Brooke Ashley. If you guys watch her, then you probably know what I'm about to say. Last week, she said in her video that it's more so maybe like Heather is, she's not really jumping off. A department in her life is jumping off like that right now. And, I don't want to, look like I ain't got nothing going on in that area or whatever. Like, especially if everybody else, has things going on and stuff. Like, it could be like an embarrassing thing, I guess. I think it's more so that. And she kind of seems like the type of person, looks wise, I'm not saying that she's ugly, nothing like that, but I do feel like just based on some of the things she says, that she might not always be like the most like confident, or she may have had some like confidence, image issues in her past, maybe. So I do feel like maybe even the way the way she jokes and stuff sometimes, like it gives off like oh, I'll make fun of myself before I make fun of, someone else does. And I say that even in this episode at the end when they were at the bar and stuff like that. And it was Angie and Whitney, I want to say they were, or at least one of them, they were taking pictures or whatever. And then Heather leaned in and was like, yeah, here's your grandma.
I said,
I'm just like she just doesn't always seem the most like confident in her body sometimes.
Well, we do find out why in a little later in the episode, because she went through some things.
Did I miss?
Okay. My face.
Bell Cosby. Yeah. And that could have really been like something that affected her too. Like I already have these issues, and now I got this. It's gonna knock me down even more pegs. Like I get it. But I'm hoping, so I think it's more so that for me, that's what I see with this whole thing, that it's more of like a maybe embarrassment or whatnot.
I think you hit the nail on the head on that one. I really do. And that's not that. I mean, also knowing what we're gonna discuss in a little bit anyway. But I do feel like, yeah, it is because something happened, or maybe I'm gonna call her the ugly duckling because I don't think she's ugly at all. And I mean, we all grow into a look. So I say that, with care, saying, she's getting better looking. She's losing weight. She's getting herself together, to me. So I feel like maybe she's starting to feel better about herself and getting the esteem that you're talking about. The low self-esteem is getting pushed back. And now she's coming out of her shell and is coming out in a different way. And maybe not to our liking, but at some point, you got to stand up for yourself, whether they like it or not.
Or just be honest. If that's what it is, then say that that's what it is, instead of going off and getting angry and telling somebody to shut up and stuff. Like just calm down, walk away in that moment, maybe come back and tell them like, hey, it's because of this reason, really. Like if these are really your friends and it's supposed to be a supportive circle, then come back and tell them the truth, and maybe they'll back off next time.
That's true. Hey, Janet.
They know. Yes. Hey, Janet. Merry Christmas.
We love you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. All that good stuff. Thank you for joining us. I already know you hit us up on both pages because you greeted both of us separately. So anyway, like you and I, Whitney disagrees. All over the black men, like, girl, la 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 la. I wasn't trying to say it. I'll let you say
that, but like that's basically what I was. Yeah.
I was trying to be nice because you know,
words. Yeah,
I don't want them to strike me down. I don't want them to strike me. I don't want them to strike us. I wanted to know that we are fair over here. Like what Mim say, we're shady, but we're fair. I'm not that shady, so I can't even use that. I'm not that shady of a person. That's why I don't read down for the gods or anything. I just give an opinion. Now, Whitney disagrees. Whitney says she thinks she can talk about everybody else's sexcapades, but nobody can talk about or ask her about hers. Whitney said she read the book and she says out of all the things that she could have talked about, she decided to write about when she took her sexy pictures for Justin, which Heather was a boudoir. Is that what it's called? Boudoir, or a sexy photographer that had sexy model pics. Heather was one of them. I mean, Whitney was one of them. So I guess in the book she discusses this, and for whatever reason, all of a sudden now Whitney is feeling like she could have talked about everything under the sun, and this is what she decides to discuss. But in this moment, Whitney, let me be the first to tell you, it's not about you, sweetheart. This book is about her, honey. And if this is what was going on in her life, and this is what she was doing, and she decides to put you in on this part, it's her prerogative. It's her book. You don't like it, you should have never said something. You gave her the okay. And later on, we do discuss that too. But she's a little all over the place because that is your cousin. I don't see her just all of a sudden just coming up with this, or you didn't know she was going to put something in the book. And it's not that salacious. So what? She took some sexy pictures of you for your husband. What the fuck you do? Like, who cares? I'm mad I don't have any. I'm 50 now. I wish I did have some. So kudos to you. Like, kudos to freaking you. But that's okay, because my husband, that's one thing I'm gonna get at, man. I have a picture of us, our first New Year's Eve, and I have like my hair was like Beyonce's gold blonde, honey blonde, and I got this off the shoulder shirt, and and I walk into, and I'm just a little older than him, but all his friends were a little younger than him. So me and my girlfriend walk into the party, and girl, it was like the record store. And my girlfriend was older than me. She's like 2 years older than me. So, and at this time we're like 20. I met my husband when we were 27. And so we walk in there. So we're like in a party where it's like 24, 20, 24 and up, or 23, 24 and up. We walk in the party like grown women. They looked at us like, whoop. And I have that picture, and he's like, "This girl, this is when everybody stopped and looked at my lady." I was like, and to me, I just look all right. I look all right. He swears that, oh man, you was just so fine. You was so cute. I'm looking at the picture like, yeah, yeah. So the eye of the beholder, or whoever thinks it's sexy or whatever, you just never know. So getting back to Whitney.
I want to see that picture, first of all.
I have it. I will find it for you. I definitely probably posted it on my IG. I probably have it posted because I posted some stuff. For his birthday, I was posting like a lot of pictures of him and us, or him as a baby and him as a kid. Yeah. So I'll definitely show it to you. You're gonna laugh at it. You're gonna be like, you do look at it. I'll be like, I look all right. It was an okay picture. Like, it's not,
I love we always feel like that about ourselves, though. Like,
it's like another one of the disposable pictures, so you can see all the pixelations in it too. So it's kind of crazy. So anyway, so yeah, they just, Whitney's feeling like, she took the pictures for that. So Whitney is feeling like she's exploiting something about her sexually in her book. And do you agree with that, or what do you think? Even though nobody can talk about her sex life. Did you hear when Tucker Carlson? says that was the first time she had met her. The math they met.
Yeah, wait, what's math?
Oh, they did say that. They was no. Well,
what's weird about that? Wait,
you mean that they met Auntie Bernice, or that they found out they were cousins?
I thought that's when they first met. I'm assuming they found out that they were cousins. I'm sure this was like a business freaking situation. They met and they probably, had some words and probably realized, oh, this person's kind of cool. This person's kind of cool. I'm assuming. And then they kind of just went, they had like a personal meetup after that. Maybe they had lunch or they went to go get coffee or something, probably. I don't know. Or they started talking more and then it was revealed. That's how I took it. But no, wait. No, I want to know what Auntie Bernice means by that, though.
Yeah, but you know what that means? Yeah, because that means that Whitney. Let me see who went to school. Oh, like Lisa's known Heather longer than Whitney then, because they went to school together. And same thing with Angie, because remember Angie lied to Heather and told her that her hair was naturally curly. Told her it was naturally curly. That girl had a whole perm in her hair.
Yes, precisely.
That is pretty soon.
Yeah, Heather. Yeah, no, I wanna know what she meant by that though.
All right, Auntie Bernice, tell us what you meant. So all the ladies are getting ready to go to the beach. They're gonna have a day on the boat, and Monica. Thanks to Lisa. And Monica decided she wants to shave her legs on the bus. Nasty.
No. No.
Wait, back up. Tell me what did I miss?
We can't just bypass the fact.
Wait. Oh, right. Okay. So, let me go back. So let's go back to that. So all the ladies are getting ready to go on this beach date. They're going on the beach date. Everybody's ready to go. Now I need you to go back to that picture because
of Angie?
Ladies, no, before Angie comes out. Because for me, well, I guess you're on the boat, but every time, don't you feel like every time they go somewhere, Lisa always has on a full-fledged outfit, like she going to the club?
Yeah,
she like on the ocean.
I will say, I did notice when they were
on the boat. She
had on these shoes, and maybe you're supposed to wear shoes like that on a boat. I don't know. I ain't got no boat yet, but she had on like these shoes, and I would just think that you'd like wear like some like slide your foot straight in, nothing. Or that. But like a thong, like strap,
a flip flop.
He had on like some. They looked like they had like two strap, like very shoe like. I feel like they were on there, like dad sandal, like with the Velcro and the like. It was like a full sandal kind of, and I was like, again, maybe I'm just putting 20 on 10.
What, you talking about like the Birks? Like the Birks?
No,
not like the Birks?
I'm gonna have to go find a shoe, but like it had the toe strap and then like an ankle strap, like it was a full. It wasn't, So I was like, I could be, again, putting 20 on 10, but I was just like, I did feel like she was a little more, sophisticated dress, like versus I would just throw on, a maxi dress, probably in a bathing suit.
A bathing suit. What Angie had on, precisely what Angie had on. Well, not those holes, because I don't want the tan with all those holes all on me.
Meredith's shoes? Did you see Meredith's shoes?
I think Meredith was covered up a lot, and I don't remember it was purple
for her. I
don't remember the shoes, to be honest.
They were, does she have them on in here?
Oh,
they were like, no.
I'm not wearing that on no boat. Y'all, this too much. Just like when Whitney wore she felt like she was walking the plank when she went for the Pirates party. Like, what are y'all thinking about?
Those wouldn't even came on the vacation with me. First of all, like, let's just start there.
Well, your husband's not there. Like, I'm just trying to make it make sense. Like, seriously,
those are we're going and sitting, like, that's going to dinner, sitting down, like car, valet, door, table. And
no, those are the ones Giselle had on the other day. Anyway,
with her hoodie dress, I remember
the hoodie. Dang, with the cut.
It was cool until I saw the hoodie.
When I saw the hoodie, it threw me off. I said, "Why with the cutout? Will we put a hoodie on it?
I mean, either make
it elegant or we not."
It fit the occasion, honestly. I wouldn't have wasted a good outfit going there anyway. So
I'll they get on my nerve. Getting back to them. Ooh, they get on my nerve. Anyway, so they're getting ready to go on the boat. And Lisa's like, Angie, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Angie. We starting to go. We about to go. Come on, Angie. And Angie is taking her sweet little time. She's trying to get. I'm like, why are you yelling? Well, you know what I'm about to say. Why are you yelling? But that house is huge. That mansion is humongous. We don't know what room Angie is. Where she upstairs, downstairs, downstairs, at the beach. Like, we don't know. We have no idea.
But it's just funny
to show that they were cousins. Oh,
wait, it's weird. So it's weird that, like, as in, like, they use that maybe to get on, like, that was a part of their, like, shtick to getting on the show, kind of. Is that? I sounds so simple. Just because make sure I'm the right stuff.
Oh, I think she's just trying to say the timelines are not matching up. First of all, if y'all just met when y'all got on the show, but then you knew her before y'all took those pictures, is it that you took the pictures and knew each other, or did you meet on the show? Right, Auntie Bernice? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I could use a whole rundown of this. Like I could, now that we got all these freaking plot holes and stuff with it. Yeah, I would have liked to know. I'm about to ask them on Twitter or something, like, what is y'all's actual timeline of stuff? Because Inquiring Minds want to know.
For real, can y'all break it down for us, please? So yeah, so they, finally, shoot, Lisa was like, we gotta go. The boat leave in 15 minutes, and Lisa is not missing her boat. She's not missing that boat. She's like, I gotta go. She's going to take the next sprinter. So they all pile up in the car, and here come Lisa coming down. No, go back to Lisa shoveling down the dang hallway.
Or literally, it was like,
coming. I'm coming. Nobody's in there. Nobody can hear her say, I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'm pretty sure that was like some leftovers in one hand, and then she had like the sunglasses case in the other hand, and you just hear like a pitter patter, like
it's shuffling.
I'm here.
It's shuffling.
I do like those when they do stuff like that with Angie. I like that. Just like in the pool.
She made it. And she made it on Twitter. So that was cool. That's when we get there, on the bus, everybody's, kind of conversating, doing their little thing, and we get Monica feels like she didn't want to be on the boat. She didn't want to make everybody late. So she decides to dry shave her legs.
Why weren't they already shaved? One. This is
day 3. Today?
Those daily shavers, which if that's you, then
did you not get in the shower? Did you not get in the shower or take a bath? Because that's what that's given.
She kind of let me see.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, I'm serious. That's the only. So you did not shower or because how did you forget? And remember after you get out the shower to shave.
She feels like I wasn't surprised by this, but I was like, and it really shouldn't be that big of a deal because like if we were somewhere and like I was like, oh my God, I need to get myself together real quick. I wouldn't think that you would think like I wouldn't think that would be weird if we were together or whatever, and like you just had to like I wouldn't judge you because you're my friend, but when she does that.
No, only hairs I'm gonna pull are these eyebrows. I'm not shaving my legs on no bus. First of all, where the hair's going? Like, why are you doing that? Why? It's dry hair falling. Nobody wants hair, and those kind of little bitty hairs get in shit that you don't want them to get in. So don't do that. Like, please don't do that. Like, and nobody cares. Like, if you didn't shave, Barb, I'm not gonna be like, dang, Barb, you're a Neanderthal. Like, I'm not.
If I got this far without shave, like it's not. It's.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about it. There's no men on board. She is a single woman, but you're with your girl.
So I understand you want to be like.
I don't give a damn about filming. I can't even check this out. Sometimes I don't shave. Sue me. I don't shave right now. My legs, my hair is so fine because I'm so much older. My mom has barely any hair on her legs either. So thank goodness, even under my armpits, I don't have like dark, for me being light skinned, I don't have dark armpits. I get very little hair that grows. I'm thankful for that. But I mean, like when I do shave, I'll be like, oh, it's here right there. My little bitty eyes can't see it, but it's not like that. Like I don't care either.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. It's not like super bickering like that, but no, I wouldn't have been so pressed. And just again for her, the fact that everybody already kind of sees her as the broke one and the rough around the edges one and stuff like that, and then you do stuff like this, only give like it's just
the broke one.
The what?
The broke one.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
How about money challenge? How about money challenge?
Hey, her kids look like they're fed. There's a roof over their head, so I'm not knocking her as far as that.
And she's an entrepreneur. She's a starving entrepreneur.
Never know that she don't got it like that. Like every 5 minutes, I ain't got it like that. So I'm just calling a spade a spade. But
that's true. Yeah, she shaves her nasty. She shaved her little legs, a little nasty to me. I don't think she should have did that. Angie looking like a reject from the strip club. No, seriously.
It was cute, but it was a lot going on.
Yeah, she did. Angie let her know, don't shave your cooch. Don't go too far, girl. Just keep it down there on your calves. Don't go up farther. I wish Whitney was. Meredith is not DMing that info to them. There are weird people who create fake accounts to troll, bring mess. Duh. Alondria. Orlandria. That's a pretty name. Wow, Orlandria. So look, I agree with that. I mean, that's why I'm trying to figure out why they both pointing their finger at each other. Like, why y'all doing that? Like, so there's no such thing as real trolls. Y'all making me feel like it's something different when y'all do that. So
trolls are hot right now. Like trolling right now is like the thing to do.
Yes,
apparently right now. So no, that's not far fetched at all. But again, like you just said, is a lot of that. It's that Spider-Man meme, and it's like them pointing at like we're all pointing at each other. And I just need some real receipts. I want to know by the end of this.
Right. So the girls make it to the beach. The beautiful, gorgeous, paradise-like beach. Right. They make it to the beach. Angie remembers the last time they was on the boat. Miss Shaw threw her shoes in the ocean. Yeah. She threw them overboard. That was crazy and cringy. And where's my money, Jim?
For her. Those were not just no regular shoes. I was pissed for her.
Ain't got nothing regular. Ain't nothing regular about Angie. No. Not nothing.
I would have been hot.
Right. So everyone is icing Meredith out. She feels like she's on an island, and we're not talking about the Barbados island either. They find out that they are on a catamaran.
Yes.
They're on a catamaran. Which Lisa says, no, it's just a sick boat. You know, it's just a sick boat. It's a sick boat. I like when she talks like that, to be honest. I like it. I like it's like it's like the caulk's cool, you know? It's the caulk's cool. So I like when they talk like that. It's, I can't talk like that. I'll be like, that it just fly. Like, I'm gonna say something different. I'm not gonna say, it's a sick boat. That's like the kind of thing they say. And it is. The boat is cool. What'd you say, Barb?
I've never used the word sick like that, but I got it.
Yeah, I got it. I don't use the word sick. I just use the word sick when I'm sick.
Yeah.
When I'm sick, I'm sick. That's when I use it. I'll put on my notes. Auntie Bernice, if you in the chat. So I guess a catamaran boat is like two boats, like it reminds me of the flat boats that like flat, but then that one had like a lounge area in it. But it reminded me of a cool luxury boat that Jaws used to tear up. Remember in the movie Jaws? Those are the boats the like sailboats they had. It was like a luxurious sailboat. That's what it reminded me of. That's what I'm trying to say. It was bomb. I wasn't not expecting all that because when you look at it, it looks small, but it dives in. So it was bomb. I liked it. Like I said, it reminded me of an upgraded version of those boats on Jaws. Heather goes and sits with Meredith and gives it gives it to her straight. She's trying to figure out how convenient it was that she was the one to tell Monica about the DMs, and she doesn't understand her lack of reaction. Meredith said she did not DM her information about Angie. She didn't accuse Angie of being in the Greek mafia. She told a story about the Greek mafia and that Monica planted that. Meredith says Monica and her sat together on the way back from Palm Spring, and that Monica was bringing up all types of nasty rumors in detail about Angie. And then a couple of weeks after that, they went out to lunch, which we saw. And they went out to lunch. They're walking after they finished their lunch. They're walking past a place of business. And Meredith says, her friend, and this is the funniest part. How many times have we heard? I've heard from a friend. A friend told me. That is getting on my nerve. Like, stop with this. I want this to be like court. It's not admissible if it's hearsay. Like, dead ass. Stop telling us what a friend. If you ain't said it, then shut up. Stop telling us what your friend said. What friend? What friend? I don't want to hear it. I stopped saying it. I'm tired.
Is it that lady who was taking shots with them at the ski party? That was so happy to be there?
Oh, I know which one you talking about. I know. That's funny. But
that's the only friend I can think of.
I don't want them to say my friend no more. Like, if you didn't say it, don't even speak it, because that's how rumors get started. How do rumors get started? Started by jealous people, and they get mad. Come on. From something they had. Okay, that's the song. I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyway, Meredith says her friend again told her a story that store was ran by a Greek mafia, and Monica asked Meredith then, so you think that Angie is part of the Greek mafia? And Meredith said she told her she had no idea if she did. Then 2 weeks later after that, she receives the DMs about Angie and the tax lien and the bankruptcy and all of these stories on this DM. And it all tied back to what Meredith is saying Monica told her. I can't believe I got through all that. So, Meredith thing is, why would she ask Monica about that? Because Meredith's trying to spin it back on, why would I ask Monica about this stuff? At this point, she don't know. Oh, so at this point, Monica, I'm sorry, Angie doesn't know who to believe. Angie don't know who to believe. Mary got enough problems who want to thug online, post pictures of goods, man. I cannot. So I don't know why it says "Hey Siri" on my phone right here. Like, "Hey Siri" at this point. So, girl, I swear I hate my notes when I'm sleeping. But so at this point, she don't know who to believe, and neither do I. That's what I put. But Meredith's track record with the DMs and the dirt is leaving a bad taste in Heather's mouth, in my mouth, and I'm sure maybe a little bit in you guys' mouth. So, what say you on right there? Because I need to blow up my picture. I mean, my notes. So, what you think, sis? What's going on? What you think?
I think when Heather was like, "Oh, like, you're really kind of confusing me right now because your lack of reaction," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's definitely what I honed in on, because this all could have been so simple." I'm not saying Meredith should freaking flip the table over and pull a Teresa Giudice or anything like that, but I do feel like she should have said a little bit more in that moment, because the way she goes, she gets so activated when it's like something about her family, as she would say, or whatever. Like, if it's something that has to do with somebody coming at her and her stuff, or just how she said this in the beginning, like the rumors she was starting, and like all those things that she says with more conviction. I wish she would have had that same level of conviction when all this stuff jumped off the night prior, because it could have been diffused right then and there. But it was just, the lack of like, no, I didn't, like, no, that wasn't me, and just very nonchalant. I think like she was
off a value. She seemed like she was off something. And I'm not saying you were Meredith. I'm saying
not saying you were. I don't think that, if anything, I would say no, she shouldn't have been at that point, because that was day 2 and her sickness and everything seemed to be fine all day prior to that. So I don't know. She just seemed she was like disassociated from it a bit. And maybe she was taken aback because she wasn't expecting, to be confronted with this right then and there. But because
Sister, I was gonna say, can you swap us?
Yeah.
Only because my camera's right here, so when I look, I feel like I'm looking at you. Or I don't know, so I don't know if I'm looking at you or not on my screen, but I feel like now I'm looking there and my camera's right here. It's like, okay, go ahead.
No, but that's mostly what I was thinking in this moment, was like, well, had you reacted with more oomph, this would have been, over and done with, hopefully, the night before, but you didn't. You just kind of did like the whole like sheep thing and just went into the corner and were just like, little sheep.
I don't like that. I don't like the little sheep. I'm just gonna stay quiet and observe. It's like, I don't know how to take that. I feel like you're being calculated. It's like, I don't want to say nothing because everybody's maybe I'm giving her out. Maybe she's thinking everybody's on high alert. If I keep it calm, cool, and collective and not give them no energy, that's where I can make them bring back their energy down here so we can talk. But I'm not gonna talk to anybody that's yelling and hollering and screaming either. Like you either, you know what I mean? You want to either bring them back down and like, I'm not yelling, but she didn't even say that. Look, I'm not yelling at you. You are accusing me of something, and my tone is here. So if you can bring it down to here, that would be great. That'd be excellent. But it wasn't even that. She couldn't even give us that. It was more like it was in a Twilight Zone. The ice cream flat out lied and threw Monica so far under the bus, she gonna need a transfer to come back.
Oh my God, it was the transfer part for me. Oh my God, I'm done. Oh my God.
Transfer. That's even names.
Stop.
You meant Mary's son.
No, like I think it could have been dealt with right then there. And because that's not my nature. I would have handled this completely different if I was her. Like, whatever. I don't care how many people are coming at me. So I just,
especially if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty, there's a certain etiquette you use.
Like, at all. And
that etiquette she was using didn't feel, I'm not guilty. That etiquette felt like, because when you're not guilty, you talk, you stand firm in it, you stand 10 toes down and you damn near yelling at them. Like, I didn't say that. Like,
some people don't. Some people don't. Some people are just like, I'm over
but
it.
But we've seen Meredith.
Either. It was just giving, I don't know. It was just
like lackadaisical.
It was giving like, I don't like know what to say, or I don't, it was giving sheep in the corner. Like,
it was giving, they got me. They caught me.
Yeah. That's just weird to me. So because she doesn't have that same lack of energy when it comes to stuff that's getting hurled her way and stuff about her family, her marriage, her business, whatever. It's just, there's a disconnect there. So
Oh my.
Wait,
how does my microphone sound with my computer? Well, this is on high. My computer is getting a little warm.
Yeah, it's because you're frozen. I can hear you, but you're frozen.
I know I can tell I'm frozen too. Just sit it right there, son. That's because my computer is getting warm. So does it sound crazy on my microphone? Because I have my fan on right now. No. So I'm gonna try and come out. If I come out, I'm just coming out so I can come back in.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Wait, so that was what, them freaking Heather and Meredith, because they were kind of off to the side, like we had said before. They had been kind of giving Meredith a cold shoulder, rightfully so, given the night's events prior. So after that, I want to say, 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to pick up.
Oh, I could tell you real quick. Let me tell you real quick.
Angie. Heather's torn. Anyway, okay, so at this point in time, they reached their docking point or whatever. So they anchor down and not dock, but they anchor down and they break for tacos and everything. It's still kind of, well, it's like all the ladies over here at this point, and then Meredith comes over. And she's like, hey, Monica, can we talk or whatever? Monica's like, oh my goodness, why can't we just talk after tacos? And I'm like, because I guess she wants to get it off her chest right now, which I feel like this should have been a conversation right first thing in the morning. If you ask me, y'all let me know. But Meredith's like, what's this narrative that you're allowing to basically be written about me, where I was the one that sent you the DMs, etc., etc. Like, what's up with that? And Monica's like, oh, like, I never came out and said Meredith sent me these. I'm like, okay, so then what did you say then? Because you don't have to come out and say Meredith sent me these. It seemed like she was playing semantics for me in that moment. But I'll just leave it there. And she goes on to say, you said, how we can find out, and we were Googling it and stuff. And Meredith's sticking to her guns right now in this moment. She's like, yeah, we were Googling and looking up stuff, but in a general sense, we weren't applying that to Angie and, anything like that. And Monica's like, no, like, girl, like, that's not how, how it was. That's just, mm-mm. And it doesn't really seem like they're going to get much of a resolution in this moment, because before we know it, freaking Lisa Barlow herself starts screaming over to them, Meredith, stop lying. Meredith, stop lying. Meredith, you're lying. Stop lying. And I don't think I can truly express to you guys just how hard that was making me laugh, because at this point, Lisa completely believes Monica. She's over Meredith and her antics and her trying to dig up stuff on people when she sees fit and all that type of stuff. Like, she's so over it in this scene, y'all, and she's screaming it to the highest of heights on that yacht. And at the same time, we get Angie. She's chiming in. She's trying to, defend herself by saying, first of all, I'm a credible businesswoman in these Salt Lake City streets. Put some respect on my name. Like, you're not gonna play with me. And then Whitney, we don't lose a beat over there with Whitney. She's saying her part too. She's like, last year I participated in the fakery with Meredith, and it just looks like repeat behavior. So yeah. So everybody's kind of stating their claim and what side they're supporting and not supporting right now, except for Heather. Really, Heather, she's just skeptical across the board, I feel like, at this moment. But she did express that to Meredith when they sat down, so I'm not mad at her for that. But pretty much, yeah, that goes for everybody at that point. Everybody kind of dug their feet in the sand with where their loyalties lie. How did you feel about that now?
Now that I'm back, I kind of remember that. I feel like this is almost kind of what I was talking about earlier, that they need to, everybody's already included, even though there's two parties or maybe three parties. That's Angie, Monica, and Meredith are the three parties that it includes. But because everybody knows what's going on and we're all here, they should have already had all this discussion, and not so much pile on Meredith. But yeah, let's discuss where my gripes are with you. Like, I'm having gripes with you, and this is what it's stemming from. And it doesn't help your case with you telling us you didn't have anything to do with this, because I'm holding on to this. So, but as far as everybody telling her, yeah, you need to hear it. I'm sorry, you need to hear it from everybody. We need to get it all on the table, because how are we gonna move forward if you don't know? If I don't tell you how I feel, the way I felt disrespected, or the way you did something to me, and I don't tell you, how am I expecting you to change it if I never open my mouth to tell you? you're not going to get nothing changed unless you speak on it. And I'm not saying be mean about it. I'm just saying, tell the gripe and then let them explain what happened and then move on. They've been doing it through the whole season. I don't know why all of a sudden this is something really big and you guys are trying to keep pockets of people. Like, stop pocketing it. Just all get it all on the table and put it out there.
Which it shouldn't be this hard especially on this show, I feel like, because it's not like, in other places, Potomac, where it's like such a concrete, hard divide and stuff like that. Like, y'all able to all be on this one trip, so we could have already had diffused this, like I keep saying, the night before and the night before. I don't even know why this got brought into this situation, but I more so understood where Meredith was coming from in this scene, where right now we don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying, but I can't really fault her for her reaction, at least at this point, right? Because she's obviously super irritated. She gets up, she's like, my issue is, like, you're narrating me and I'm not here for that. Don't narrate me. I'm not going to continue to pour my energy into people who don't believe me. And I honestly can't fault her for that. If she's telling her truth, the truth, whatever, then I would be this is something I would do at that moment. Like, I'm not about to keep my breath trying to convince you guys if I really didn't do something. I'm gonna just let the chips fall as they may and let things be revealed in the time that they do. So yeah, I didn't really feel weird about how she reacted in this moment. And I was also I don't know if you heard me when I was saying that Lisa made me laugh.
What she did? What happened?
She got screaming. She's like, Meredith, stop lying. Stop.
Oh my God. Okay, so you did get to that part, because I was like, where's she at? I didn't put it on my phone.
All at once, and then that's when Meredith walked on.
Right. Girl, I put it in my notes. I was like, Lisa, all that hollering, saying it with your chest on the other side of the boat, my love, I'm going to need you to stop. It was just so funny. Walk over to her and talk to her. All that. Stop, Meredith. Nobody believes you. And I was like, oh God, you're having a moment.
I didn't get that like Karen moment or anything like that. I got like legit. She was so up to here with it that she was literally in every sense of the word just done with her in this moment. Like, because look, and then I can't be mad at her or Whitney for that matter, I guess, if you're looking at it from their angles, because their rationalization is this is the same behavior we saw last time when we were the targets, or this person was the target or whatever. So, I mean, if that's their truth then too, then I guess the reaction that we were seeing with them is spot on too.
Right. You said enough. It's crazy because I feel like Meredith, I don't know. Was it that Meredith wasn't taking accountability still right there? Or is it because Meredith really feels like there's nothing to take accountability for and you're just going to let Lisa keep yelling at you? That's why it's confusing, because you don't let nobody yell at you when you know that you're right. It's yeah, okay. And this moment when she was doing that, more so, I would only back away and just be like, "What it is, what it is." Like, I'm not gonna keep telling you something if you're not trying. Back up to where? I said, back up to where? She was already on the other side of the boat.
I would take that approach once you stop lying and we're just looking at eye to eye. Like, it's just gonna be what's going. I said what I gotta say. I mean, if you don't want to believe me, you don't believe me. But I'm not gonna yell and you. Yeah. So yeah, I probably would have applied it then. But yes, when we're knees deep and you're yelling at me, calling me a liar, the first thing that I would do in that moment is be like, who are you talking to? Because last time I'm going to address the fact that you're calling me a liar. And like, that's what we're not going to do, because I've never been nobody's liar. So, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So I guess Meredith, to some degree, is letting the girl just go off like a fool. I get it. I don't blame Monica for her reaction, because you don't show your hand, especially when they reveal theirs true. She knows the Ice Queen is not
not to be trusted, I would tread lightly.
Are you? Well, I guess the whole crocodile tears that we're gonna get to at the end of the episode coming out her eyes was just a front too. But you can't. My thing is, you can't say that is the case. Monica has been. You still can't play the game like dirty-ish or do certain things or have certain ways about you when you're trying to show that this other person is really the freaking villain or something like that. You can't have like questionable behavior while you're trying to reveal the other person. Like, I'm not like if my friend Gail over here freaking stole a candy bar. Like, I know she stole a candy bar, but I'm not gonna like break into her house and like take a whole bunch of pictures and steal back. Like, I'm not gonna commit a crime in the midst of trying to reveal that somebody else really committed the original crime, if that makes sense.
Got it. Yeah.
Monica has a habit of doing that, and she's been doing that since like day one, and that's why it's gonna be hard to like, for me at least, to just solely defend her in a situation like that. Is because you've been being a little weird, low key.
That part. I got you. I still feel like in that moment Meredith was not taking accountability, and that's why she was getting gone off on. That's why at least going off on.
She wasn't in the group photo. Like,
yeah, and that's jacked up. No,
that what, like, the way they were being at first kind of is because I guess for a lot of us, y'all, we're very super focused this week. I feel like on the whole mean girl thing. We've been seeing a lot of mean girling, I feel like, this week with groups. Yeah. So I guess maybe that's just me. I was like, so we're not doing this. Like, y'all better get it together. Like, stop treating her like that. And it's not to say that she hasn't done her own stuff, but I'm like, she's there. Like, why? If that was the case, you should have pulled a Mary to Medicine and told her to stay at the freaking house then, or to go home. Like, why tell her to get on a boat if you're still going to be?
If you're going to isolate her, ice her out, like that's just so, it's so childish. It's like, get it out on the table so we don't have to act like that.
Meredith, if they were giving me that energy before we left, I wouldn't have went anyway. Like,
yeah, you should have played IV. You should have played the IV sick game
all day by myself.
Like, dead ass, because I would, girl, on that beach.
Like, I would have been all the room service, massages, facials, all of it. Like,
dipping in the pool.
You're not gonna have me
dipping in the pool, looking at the ocean.
Like, none of this would not have happened. But
they'd have been mad at me. They'd have been mad. They'd have been like, damn, she ain't bladdered her eyes. She ain't lost no sleep. No, not at all. Not at all.
So unfazed, but then we Meredith, once I guess everybody cools down, they take a break. Whitney and Monica, they jump in the ocean real quick. And
I'm scared to do that.
What?
I need a life jacket. I've never swam in the ocean. I'm scared. I was swimming that ocean because I could see. I don't swim in the ocean. I'm scared of the lake.
I don't know how deep that is, but but
you can see. Look at their legs. You can see her feet. You can see everything.
Are you talking about because of like dangers or
sharks? I don't like seaweed. I don't want seaweed to grab me, and I think something else is grabbing me. I can swim. I can swim very well.
So
said it's the thought of I can't see in the water. I would swim there. Like, I would have jumped in that, but I still would have put my life jacket on because something about me looking at shore over there and me, I start treading the water, and I'll be like, I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I need rest. I need my little. I need to be able to swim when I need to, and I need to be able to relax when I need to. So I'm jumping in, but I'm jumping in.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I want to be. I'm a little older. I just don't want to shred the water that long.
That's I get tired. Like when we went
swimming,
I was like, oh, I don't need the life vest. I'm fine. It's fine. Girl. I was like, oh, I'm so tired.
Girl, that is cardio up the yin yang. I'm starting back my cardio on 12/26, y'all. Commentary coming back to you all about workout. Cutie and her workout.
If y'all don't know, swimming is a full body workout.
It is. That's my favorite.
Run off afterwards.
Oh man, it's the best. And swim when you've been drinking too. Oh, it's really a workout because now you don't realize how much swimming you're doing and it doesn't mean nothing. And then when you're done, you be like, dang, I was drunk and swim. I was a whole fish. Like, seriously, like for real. I love it. All right, let's get off of that because I can't even go get in the pool right now. No. So mad. No, I can't.
But everybody's kind of like cooling off and whatnot. You can see Angie dancing
with the hair on her.
Whitney's clippings as if it's a hula skirt, but I like it.
It's a grass skirt, a hair or weave skirt.
Yeah, just go off, do you? And like I said, they're over here, they're jumping in the ocean. Meanwhile, Meredith is still she's at this point, she's doing what she does, whatever. And then finally she gets up, she walks over to Angie and is like, I think we need to have a conversation. I'm like, this should have happened first thing this morning. Like, I don't even know. This should have been the conversation all along. So they sit down and talk, and Meredith tells Angie that she only called Monica because some of the DMs, they were pretty similar. They were literally the exact things that Monica had been telling her prior to that. It was just way too coincidental. And yeah, that's the only reason why she called her. But Angie's thing is like, basically, why you handle that all wrong? Why would you even respond? Why would you even get engaged in that from the get-go if you didn't think it was true, if you thought it was a lie or whatever? Like, why would you even give it the time of day and breathe life into it? And I mean, that's a valid point as well, because I'll get into that in a minute, but she's like, I'm not a fraud. Like, that's not me. Like, I don't understand why you handled it this way. And Meredith responds with like, I don't believe that or anything like that. But it's more so about the fact that every time I'm around you, it's just very unpleasant. Like, you're yelling at me, and it's not good for me or whatever. And she says that she assures her though that she's not out to get her. And at the end of the day, that's all Angie really wanted. She just wanted some acknowledgement. She just wanted her to, say that the night before. And that's why I said what I said in the beginning. This all could have been over and done with if we just had different conversations. And at the same time, though, going back to a point that was made earlier by Auntie Bernice when we were talking about Mary and everything, Angie going forward, this is kind of like the last chance for Meredith. She's gonna give her one more try. We're gonna try this one more time. But
Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance.
But
Biggie, give me one more chance.
It's a forget, not a forgotten. So I can't really be mad at her because this has literally been happening every 2 seconds we turn around this entire season. It's been some alleged Meredith coming at Angie, or Meredith said this about Angie, or Meredith doesn't want me here and is trying to disinvite me and be this type of way towards me, and I'm not here for it. So I can't really be upset about that. And then also right after that, Meredith goes up to Heather and Lisa and she lets them know, she updates them on the situation. She's like, well, spoke to Angie and she's now going to be taking a hit out on me. Yeah. Like, girl, what? But they laugh it off and everything. And that concludes the yacht day. They were back at the shore. So what did you think about that from Angie and Meredith on down?
Angie always looks at the brighter, tries to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I don't know if that's going to be her downfall. Huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's going to be her downfall or not. But I always feel like Angie is like the peacemaker. She kind of reminds me of me a little bit. Like, I'm a lot harder now. I feel like I'm a lot harder now that I'm, at the age that I am. And I've learned so much in my experience. But like my younger me, I feel like I've always looked at the benefit of the doubt. And give people the benefit of the doubt. And I've always looked at the better part of people and always wanted people to give me that same respect. So when it comes to Angie, I kind of feel bad for her because I feel like they know that about her, and they kind of take advantage of the fact that she's not gonna walk her chest out. She's not gonna walk, like when you about to fight and you walk with your shoulder to shoulder and y'all go in that circle. She's not gonna do that with you. So which I think it's cool. I think, I wish I was more like that. I used to be, but my skin has got a lot tougher over the years. So I'm not that sweet, calm, cool, and collective. And with that, I don't think the way that these girls are treating Angie, she's gonna be the same way for, like for seasons to come. She's gonna learn how to maneuver around these girls and not be no pushover.
I'm not sure. Oh no, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm good.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm not sure who said it in their own video, but somebody said that Angie has, basically she has the chops to be a really good housewife, and I agree. In a few seasons, I definitely can see her running the show. I definitely can.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I said she's learning. I feel like her silence is her getting information. Now the way she computes that is different, and maybe she doesn't pounce on stuff, but I don't like. She killed me when she said, "I run these Salt Lake City streets." I said, "What now, girl?"
Oh, I'm sorry. I have something I want to talk about.
No, they were expecting Monica to go off because that's her nature, and when she didn't, now she's guilty. The Ice Queen been trying to get sympathy since spin out on the road. Man, you know what I mean? Her near-death experience. You mean the one that Whitney drove past and it couldn't have been that bad, because if it was that bad, they would have called 911? You mean that one? Because I know if I see a bad accident, especially coming from where we were coming from off the mountain, and I saw them spent out and they was off, and I thought they was going over the cliff, and the people in that car light flashed before their face. Man, girl, she has me trying to get sympathy since then. T. Bernice is crazy.
Yeah, I can't lie about that either. But
yeah, she does. She wants all the sympathy all the time. So yeah, it's funny, but yeah, I just want we just keep an eye on Angie. We're gonna keep an eye on Angie.
No, I'm excited, and I feel like this is big. At least I feel like it's big for me, because we see so much. I feel like we're used to saying more negative, or not even saying more negative. It's all honesty. We're used to. No one's really hit it off, I feel like, in a while. Like for their first season, I feel like we've seen a lot of flops just across the board with a lot of shows and a lot of housewives and stuff like that. So it's refreshing to see somebody come on. And right now, unless she completely does something wild next week, I'm looking forward to her coming back next season, which I didn't think going into this season. I didn't really think I was going to feel like that. I thought I was going to not like her and she was going to be totally different, but she pleasantly surprised me. I will say that.
I agree with that. I don't know if I didn't think she wasn't going to be. I don't know what I really thought about Angie, because the way Jen treated her, I was like, wow, she's. I kind of felt like she needed a backbone, but I see she don't really need a backbone. She just soft spoken in that way. That's all. Yeah,
and I think she just is someone who has a big loving heart, I guess you should say. Like she seems like she just likes people. She seems like a people person. And I looked at her sign up. She's a Scorpio. I'm actually surprised by that.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have thought that, but
October or November?
November 17th.
Oh wow, she almost down to the wire. Okay.
But okay. Like I said, we concluded the yacht day, y'all. Yes. Get back in. Whitney lets the girls know, hey, you guys got about T-2 hours. I planned a really nice, beautiful dinner at this place. And I think she also, I don't know if she said it right here, but she's doing this because Monica's birthday last night was such a flop. Like we're gonna try one more time. We're gonna try one more time. So meanwhile, before they even really pull off, I feel like Meredith hops in the back by Lisa and she's like, although I'm probably not your favorite person right now, and you're not super
Stop right there. that right there, just starting the conversation off with that right there is.
Because
I just feel like.
Oh, go ahead.
No, let's go ahead. I wanted you to before you got into it, stop right there and give me that. When somebody says that to you, that's like saying, "I apologize, but."
It wasn't even that for me. It's just like when that's gonna sound crazy, but like if we apologize and we're moving past it and stuff like that, like don't keep like apologizing or keep trying to be all, because that's going to give skissy, and that's why I feel like I understood what someone said that earlier. Like it's coming off very when you're like overly doing that, because just 5 seconds earlier you were over there cracking like a joke and stuff like that, which I saw Heather and Lisa laugh when she said that whole thing about hiring a hitman or whatever. So I feel like you should just kind of like roll that was the icebreaker.
Yeah, we did.
I know you're upset because it's just a reminder. And I'm not saying that because I'm giving her any leeway and not owning up to her stuff or apologizing or anything like that. But you should just, I don't know. The olive branch was out there. They kind of gave you one back by laughing. You should just roll with that. And then, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know. That's where I was at with it too. I just wanted to know if you were feeling that when she says that, when she started off with that, I was like,
yeah.
Okay. So what you about to tell her? Go ahead. You can finish your story now. What are we
doing here? So then also she came back there to tell her, hey, by the way, I just got a call from Brooks and he has the opportunity to sign with Ford Models, which I don't know what Ford Models is. Like, wow, like that's big. That's cool. Good for him. Great for you. But she wanted to share that with Lisa because also when she was talking to him, she told him, what's been going on, because we know that that's Meredith's BFF for real. And she was like, all this stuff is going on. They pretty much icing me out, probably. She told him everything. And he was like, you really need to lean into Lisa right now because she knows you better. She knows the real you. And okay, let me stop right there. Do you feel like that was adding on another layer of like kissing up kind of?
Kiss ass? Yes, I do.
Like, why are you using it? Because I would hope that anybody who has compassion and actually genuinely means it when they say that they have love for somebody would anybody's going to fall into that. Like
anytime you bring up your kids, that's already in itself is a
and they bring up your kids, like I'm not like that's like us like
love your kids.
I love kids. And then you saying something to me like, oh look what Donnie did or whatever. Like I'm not gonna be like, even if I'm upset with you, I'm not gonna be like, I don't care, like screw her. Right. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So like Meredith, really, that's very convenient. It's just very convenient timing. I can't lie about that.
That's what I feel too. I was like, okay, girl, milk it for all you can, girl. Milk it for all you can while you can.
That pick me, meaning I don't want to upset anyone, runs deep in Angie and Ice Queen, and the Evil Queen is going to take advantage.
They are. I hope they don't, but
I think you're definitely onto something with that one. When that one right there. Did I get both? Yeah, I got both of those. And at the same time, Monica peeps this and she's like, are y'all serious? Like you were just going at it. Like all of a sudden now you're like kissing booty. Like what is going on? Like, are you guys for real right now? Wow. Like totally just so over it. Right. And I mean, I feel like I could be taken one of two ways, y'all. Like I've been saying this whole time, are you just upset because you want to keep the mess going, or are you really like, wow, that's wild, y'all really were just fighting and now it's nothing? Like I could see it either way. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And then they started talking about, speaking of booties, I think they were talking about eating I didn't put any notes for that.
What it was Whitney, she just out the clear blue sky was like, ladies, y'all know what? I want y'all to know that Justin has the perfect nose for
Oh.
going. I said, wait, what? He said he got the perfect nose, which in my head says that his nose sits close to the clitoris, and while he's licking, he's able to do things with that nose of his. That's where my head goes because hey, I'm just, I enjoy a little thing or two about that part of the game. So when she said that, I was like, oh, okay. All the girls. So now everybody's gonna be looking at Justin's nose, right? When he walks up, pulls up on any of the ladies, everybody's gonna see this nose and be like, so this is the nose. And I feel like his nose is pudgy.
I'm about to pull out
a pudgy nose. He got a pudgy nose, don't he? Girl, I can't. I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it. But yeah, that's what she brings up. She brings up that he has the perfect nose for going on her. And Heather is in front with her hat, and she's just like more almost mortified. And I'm like, it's not that cringy. I mean, it's a word. Get with it. Listen to what she's saying and figure it out. Because you might want to look for your next boyfriend, Miss Heather, who was the most single on the bus. You might want to look for a nose like his. So that's what she's trying to tell you. So Whitney says something to Heather about, she said that about the sexual thing. And then Whitney actually said something else to her. And it wasn't about the nose thing. It was something that's sexual. And Heather's like, boundaries, Whitney. I don't know what she heard.
Eating and boundaries. That's all I wrote.
Okay, so you put that because Heather, that's what it was. Heather said, yeah, you guys talking about eating groceries and stuff. And Whitney's like, no, that's not even really what it was. And Whitney was like, no, I was just talking about it. And Heather's like, no, you guys, I already told you about my boundaries. And that's when Whitney was like, boundaries. I think Whitney felt at that time that Heather is gaslighting her. That's a gaslight because it's like we already talked.
It's building up. It's still building
up. It's building up.
Mm-hmm. She's probably like, oh, so you again have an issue talking about everybody else's sex life and stuff like that. But when it comes to you, like, okay, Pull
the reins. We hold up. And so it's rubbing Whitney the wrong way. So I feel like Whitney in that moment, she's feeling like she's being gaslit. That's the last of my notes that I took, but I still recall. So Whitney in this moment got kind of mad at Heather because she's like, instead of empowering me in this moment and saying, so y'all having a good time in the bedroom, long as he go down, you know what I mean? She did, instead of saying something like that and being key about it, she more made her shameful. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it made it more shameful for her. And it was like, why would you shame her? She's giving y'all a moment. She's doing what she's giving it. We do this. This is what we do as women, especially when we've been drinking, and they've been drinking on the boat. So, we start talking about sex just like men do. We do it the same way. We just, we might not use the same verbiage, but we do. We talk about it, especially if it's something good. Ain't nobody got time for the bad stuff, but we definitely go speak on it if it's good. And then I ain't saying go into details, lady. You can be ladies. Don't be in detail with your friends so much, especially if you're talking about your husband or your boyfriend. You can talk about it. You can even talk about it in past tense. They do not need to know that it's current, but you can still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can give the illusion that it ain't your husband or your man at the moment and talk about a situation, but make it sound like it was something years ago when it really wasn't. I'm just giving y'all some game. So women don't be like looking at your man a certain kind of way, which they're going to do anyway, especially if you fine. That's just what it is. We are attracted to beautiful people, men and women. That's what I said, men and women, we're attracted to beautiful people. And it's not like
I hope people still don't think that like just because you get married or something like that means that like
your eyeballs don't work. My eyeballs work really well.
That,
like so good.
Completely don't find a person attractive again. Like you can,
and I see beautiful women. I see beautiful women with my husband all the time, and I'll see her before he do, and I'll be like, oh, he gonna say something. He knows when I see a beautiful woman what I'm thinking, so he'll say it before me. Like, oh man, she was gorgeous. I'm like, she really was. Or I might be like, dang, her body was banging. Now, if I had that body, I'd be sick. So me and him go back and forth, and he might not talk about no man's body, but he'd be like, no homo, but that dude was kind of attractive. I was like, yeah, he was fine. Like you right. You see attractive people, you see it. So I don't get mad at my husband if he sees somebody attractive. They're attractive. I think they were attractive too. It doesn't bother me one bit. And I'm secure. I'm a very secure woman, so I ain't having that problem. I mean, if you want that, you can go get it. It's on you if you let me know.
I feel like I'm not attractive. Like,
yeah, that ain't taking away from me. I'm still fine. I'm still fine. I don't know what you talk about, but yeah. So Whitney felt shamed, and she just felt like her cousin was leaving her out to dry, and I don't like that either. I feel like, Heather, why are you being so a stick in the mud? That's how I feel. She's been a stick in the mud.
Weird. I don't know. Maybe she's still just finding her footing with everything. Maybe it also has to do a little bit with with what Angie's rationalization is. It might be pieces of all of this. I hope someone asks that question. Something that's going to give us some more information at the reunion. Like, Heather, why are you're coming off a little different this season? Like, what's that about? But yeah, back at the house. Like I said earlier, they all rushed to, go get ready and stuff for dinner, which, dang, I'm sorry. I like overanalyze stuff like this. And I'm like, how long were they out there on the boat? Because they said it was 11:30. And then I'm assuming, obviously, you get your money's worth. They're going to be out there for a minute. But it's already dinner time. That's still like real. Seems just fast to me. But whatever.
Right.
Well, no, she said 2 hours. 6 o'clock.
Oh, they're being ready. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Sorry. But so then we sit down or whatever with Monica and Whitney. She's in her room. She's about to get her makeup done. And of course, Monica has to harp on how Meredith and Lisa had their whole makeup session in the back of the van. Because I don't know if I said before, y'all, they were back there, and then they also FaceTimed Brooks, I think, and it was just a whole like moment between them. So Monica still was super not here for that, and Whitney also, I felt the same way for the most part, I want to say. So yeah, she agrees. And my first question was, I'm not going to lie. My first question was, is Monica using Whitney's glam, first of all? Because
oh my God, I didn't think about that. She was like, yeah, let me get this. I've already showered. I'm like, so Monica's
I'm not a pocket watcher, y'all. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. But my mind goes there as soon as it's something.
It had to be though. It had to be
No, it said Whitney's makeup artist.
And they said that, and on top of that, she walked in. She said, "Well, I showered already. Let me go on and get done." I'm thinking,
she was trying to get in.
Done? No, are you getting your makeup done, Monica? And you ain't showered? So why would she even tell you that she showered?
So now we were questioning showering. Like, this is too many question marks around the girl, man. Too many question marks around the girl. They have this whole back and forth about that, and how they still they're not really feeling the whole situation and all that. Yeah, that was really it for that.
That was not it for that. Whitney and Lisa, I'm gonna need y'all to stay out the sun, because y'all got skin damage. Y'all skin. When Whitney walked in, why did I think she had on makeup? And I'm talking about like scary.
Because I watched it on my computer or whatever, and sometimes it's not the same as good quality as the TV, of course.
No, so I'm mad you didn't take a picture of it. Cause
I did, but I just didn't want to, because I'm the last person to be on somebody.
No, I'm not either. I mean, I got on makeup. I have to wear No.
I thought are you sure? I'm pretty sure he
That's
started
what?
her eyeshadow. He started her eyeshadow.
No, he was going lighter on her eyeshadow. Those are dark spots.
Sometimes to cut the crease, you do a transition color in there.
Okay. But I'm not even looking at the shadow. I'm looking at the skin. I'm looking at the cheekbones and on her chin and by her on top of her lip. All of that is like looks really red and inflamed, and just like when Lisa took all her makeup off, it was the same different. It was like exactly like this. I was like, whoa.
I was concerned.
You know why? Because I don't know if they spray tan or do they do the tanning booth, but I don't know. I was just like,
I hope the booth. Again,
yeah, I didn't know that. I would hope the tanning booth.
I have never done it, obviously, but no, I have a lot of friends back home that tan and stuff like that, and like the bed.
Oh, I've been in the tanning booth. I used to get in the tanning booth when I was like,
I
was like 22, 23.
I did it like before prom because you see my sister.
Yes, I sure did. Yeah, she likes like me. We like skin. But yeah, we did.
And even people that are my skin tone darker, whatever like that, we have hyperpigmentation, and
my
our
girlfriend
is one color. So I don't ever think that's weird. My
girlfriend that took me, she was your complexion. And I'm like, wait a minute, you getting into tan? She was like, girl, yeah, I want it to be even. I'm like, wait, what?
Fitness competitions and different stuff. Like sometimes you want it to look even, or if you're gonna be wearing a lot of like swimwear, if you're going on vacation and stuff like that, you
want the skin to look a little.
They sell it at Ulta, trust me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Was that it? I don't know.
No, that was it for that scene. As far as that scene, they get off the bus. They're getting ready to go to dinner.
Yes, dinner. While waiting for everyone, I will give them, they're just due. Angie and Meredith are trying to, I guess, figure out how to attack this whole building a friendship thing because they have like a superficial moment over bonding over their blingy purses for 2 seconds because they were the first two that were ready.
Yeah.
And then we head out to the restaurant and everything before we even order drinks this time though, because that's the first thing everybody always does on these shows, order drinks. We pause for selfies, and were you surprised that Lisa had the most selfies?
No.
Okay. I looked
my selfies up. I looked mine up. See how many I have.
I have 3,100, and I'm actually was surprised that I only have that little bit.
I only have 836.
But I was looking at mine, and sometimes there's like a couple people I used to work with and stuff like that. That's not my face, that's their face. So I think it's just
I took a lot of selfies with my family, so that's not all me.
Yeah,
but 23,000.
Mal, if it probably picked up her face a lot.
Oh yeah, it did. We look a lot alike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's so funny because I was thinking that with Lisa, I'm like 23,000. But I was like, she probably got friends, and I do a lot. Like even when I'm working out and I take pictures, I take about 4 or 5 of them. Sometimes I'm walking and I take it. Sometimes I stop and take it. It just kind of depends. So I might have 4 or 5 pictures of the same picture on the same day.
Same, but I was just basing it off of the fact that in general I have so many pictures on my phone anyway.
We got my pictures.
I have 55,000, but I haven't they're all from my phones and stuff like that. I don't want all these pictures on my phone, but
yeah, I've been moving mine. I took mine to Google. Just mine even
I want to put them on my hard drive, and we were supposed to do that, but I stopped trying to figure out how to do it. Because I don't want them all. I got back from 2000 before I was in the military. I got
mine just says 4,000. I'm at 4,600. I'm at 4,600. I've been moving my stuff and I've been going through it because I take pictures for when we do our reviews and stuff like you doing. So I have to take those off.
Stuff.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot. It is a lot. And that's what did Lisa say? She got 2 KB tiers or something?
terabytes, which I have 1 terabyte, and I feel like that's 100 gigabytes. I want to say. Don't quote me, y'all.
You got a lot.
In the comments, get me together, but I'm pretty sure that's that, and I'm nowhere near my 1 terabyte. So if she needs 2 terabytes,
she walk around on a computer.
Because I'm just surprised, because I would think that she would have more than 1 phone,
right?
Like, caliber, like I would think that you'd have more than 1 phone, so I wouldn't think that you got the one main phone that has all this
everything on it.
It was a lot. But yeah, y'all, they take some selfies. We talk about selfies real quick. It was cute.
Beautiful. The scenery was really beautiful. They was want to go see the sunset.
I didn't get really any pictures of the restaurant.
Well, you know what? That night wasn't that beautiful. It wasn't like really clear, and it was kind of muggy that night in Bermuda. So it wasn't that as gorgeous as the other days had been. To be quite frank,
this is literally the only picture I have at dinner. And I loved Heather's earrings. I need to know where she got
them. Oh my God, those earrings was amazing. They remind me of your African ones that you got when we was in Essence.
I did a double take because I was like, wait,
girl, because they look just like your African earrings.
How are you feeling? Okay, that's fine. But speaking of Heather, we get into because Monica, her migraine was starting to come back, and she was like, oh, I forgot my Excedrin. What if I'm having a stroke? All this stuff. And Heather was like, no, you're not having a stroke. You would literally have no control of your muscles. She's like, I would know I had Bell's palsy, which if y'all don't know what Bell's palsy is, it's weird. This thing that just happens. And it actually happened to one of my neighbors when I was in North Carolina, literally out of nowhere, got up, couldn't move any of the muscles inside of her face.
Oh my God.
And this is something that Heather had to deal with, and you don't know when it's going to go away. You just got to ride it out.
It makes me weak. When I was watching this scene, I was literally, because I'm such an empath, my face started feeling weird. Like one side of my face started feeling like it was going numb. And I was like, oh my God, I hate this part of myself. Like, and I've never been that, I mean, I know I'm an empath, but God, dog, that one, I literally physically had to get out the bed and like move around, because certain things make me do this thing where my hands like kind of get weak. Like I don't know, I'll be shaking them, trying to bring them back to life, because it literally does something to make me so weak that my hands get heavy and everything about me is just I gotta like kind of regroup. So listening and watching her, I had my face in the pillow and was watching, and I'm telling you, all of this just felt, and it wasn't because I was laying there. I was literally having real empathy for this lady, like, and any other person. I started thinking about my friends that have strokes, and it does the right side of their face and all that. I was going through it, y'all, and just you saying it again just now was making me weak again. Like I'm literally, even the picture you showed is like my face, like my cheeks started feeling this feeling again. Like I don't know, it's like a tingling feeling, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not doing it for rating, none of that. I'm just literally saying that makes me sad that this happens to people. It really does. It's like, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you just wake up and like, what's going on? So Heather had a really bad bout of it, and so bad to the point like she had to go take her Costco photo, and poor Heather, like poor Heather. She had to doctor her face up because she couldn't move it and whatnot. And that was right when she was trying to get back in the dating scene. Like it was a very moment in her life, which is pretty
goes back to what you were saying. Going back to what you were saying earlier.
Yeah. So yeah, that probably really was a bad time in her life, because she already was trying to probably regain her confidence as a newly single woman. She, like I keep saying, doesn't always come off as the most has the highest self-esteem and the best body image and stuff like that. So I definitely felt for her in that moment. And because again, I've seen it in person like crazy. So then after that though, because mind you, this whole time we're getting like flashbacks of like Monica, Meredith, this person, like they're trying to paint the picture that there's like some awkward tension, or Meredith is kind of feeling a type of way towards Monica. And before we could even really blank, Monica takes the time to break the ice and ask Meredith, like, you know, about the weird energy that's going on between them, and how she doesn't understand how just 2 seconds before you can be not cool with Lisa, and then all of a sudden I turn my head, you guys are back giggling, like everything is all cool, like but meanwhile you're like super angry towards me. I don't really understand what that's about. And first thing Meredith said, I believe at that point, was something along the lines of like, I can't let, what's wrong with laughing with, or what's wrong with laughing or making up with Lisa? It was something about,
no, she said something along the lines where it was like, I didn't say that I'm not mad at her, even though we're talking.
Yeah, but the first thing she said, she was like, what's wrong with hanging out with Lisa, or what's wrong with making up with Lisa, or laughing with Lisa, or something.
Talking with Lisa.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. And then yes, that's when she was like, not really understanding where she was coming from and understanding what the issue is, because at the end of the day, well, for Lisa more so chimed in at first, and she attributes them being able to make up so fast over kind of like the sisterly bond that they supposedly have, or whatever, like where, you know, you can curse your sister out and then 2 seconds later you guys want or headed to the mall. I understand that. That's very much applicable. I got sisters, obviously, so I understand. Do I believe that that's the thing between them? No. And it goes back to, I think, what Auntie Brittany said earlier, they will never be the same. And I keep getting flashbacks, and we keep getting little flags throughout the season that tell us, yeah, you guys will never really be the same. But in this moment, if you guys want to make up and you guys are cool, that's fine. I didn't really care. How did you feel about that? Monica feeling away, and then also what Lisa said and all that.
Monica needs to just mind her own business. You concern yourself with people's stuff. Like, seriously, they have a rapport, they have history, they're gonna do what they do. You can't compare yourself to what they have. And the more you do that, you're making an ass out of yourself. Like, stop doing that. You can have an opinion. I'm not saying don't have an opinion about it. And you can tell Meredith to the side, like, you know, I felt a certain kind of way. But the fact that you brought it to the table, and point is valid. I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm saying, did you need to really tell it in front of the group? You could have put it. Can we go? Do you mind walk to the ladies' room with me? I'm gonna talk to you about something, not in front of the group, because when you do it in front of the group, that gets other ears involved. That gets other opinions to be involved. So for me, I'm like, stop involving everybody, because that gives everybody an opinion, and we don't need that. We just want to resolve something with Meredith, then go talk to Meredith by herself. And Meredith, you are acting a little weird. You're so mad at Monica that you can't talk to her. You're sitting right in front of her. Why are you sitting in front of me? You're not giving me no eye contact. Don't sit in front of me. Go sit in front of Lisa. Can y'all switch seats? Because I don't want to look at you if you ain't talking to me.
Oh my God. I can't.
For me, Monica needs to learn how to just not even put yourself in those situations when it comes to Meredith and Lisa, because they already have something going on. And they just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're worrying about the wrong things at the wrong times. That's all.
Give her a plate of issues, pre-existing issues. That's definitely what I honed in on too, because I was like, you do know that this is not the first time that this has occurred, and that they have a whole years and years long worth of this. So just
Meredith the biggest in New York, and F everybody in New York. So come on now, if they come back from that, this little thing about is not.
This is not what you want. Don't even just stay over there. That's definitely where I took it. And then I already told you what I thought about Lisa and her whole saying it's like, you know, they're sisterly blonde. I understand what Meredith said when she said, I vowed to, when we said we're gonna be friends again or whatever, I vowed to accept her for how she is. That that I like that better than what Lisa said.
Yes. Yeah.
But right after that, after Monica asks for a middle step too, which I'm like, girl, like just see your way out of this one. Somehow they start talking about kids or what their kids are going to do over the summer or whatever. And when Lisa chimes in, she talks about how, you know, it's kind of like bittersweet being there because like it's cool, like Bermuda, like it's great, but she's also missing some last moments with her son before he goes off to his mission. You know, at this point in time, he was supposed to go off and he already got his call, right? No.
Yeah, he got his call. Yeah.
That's the message and stuff like that. He already got his call, so he's just waiting to chuck up the deuces and really roll out. So she gets a little bit emotional, and Whitney, she kind of takes a moment to really look and see that Lisa's, a lot of this odd behavior that we've been seeing with Lisa can be attributed to the fact that she's going through it emotionally right now, because at the end of the day, she is a mom and she is about to be, her firstborn is about to go off into the world. And like she said,
years.
Yeah, and even after that, move back in with them, he's going to continue on his path probably. So that is a lot. You know, I can definitely sympathize. I can't empathize because I got kids, but I'm pretty sure that did have something to do with something at one point. Is that going to negate everything that we've seen Lisa do and everything? No, but some things I do think that was
why she's more emotional.
I wasn't surprised that Whitney brought it up, because I think maybe she still was harboring a little bit of some type of ill feelings maybe to Lisa about when her friend passed, you know, just before this, and that how that whole thing went down. I feel like maybe that was like a pivotal moment for Whitney, and that's why she, you know, this light bulb went off in her head.
Agreed. I definitely think that Lisa is very emotional as the days are getting closer to the time where her son is going to be gone for 2 years. Talking to your son on FaceTime is different than having them physically be with you. I get excited when my son, my oldest son, comes over. He only lives a couple hours down from me, but anytime he comes over, he don't even like, he'll say, I might come this weekend, and then I'll text him like on a Friday and like, are you still coming this weekend? And he won't call me. And then there's a doorbell. My doorbell goes off around, you know, between 8 and 10 p.m. Open the door. Or I'll be like, oh, it's Chris. And so then I'm all excited, and he brings him, you know, and the family. And I just love that, because that's something I look forward to when I know that my son is about to be at my house and spend the weekend with me, and my granddaughter as well. So I very much empathize with
just knowing you wouldn't get that for 2 years straight. Like, I'm sure that can be big that's crazy for anybody. Like,
yeah, he's so far away. And does she get to go visit? Like, it's one thing he doesn't leave, but does she get to go visit her own son, or is that forbidden? Like, it's a lot that I would like to know about.
I would would all come down to like it just being about scheduling, and like if that's ingrained in the schedule, like if you can even have that first and foremost.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Like, because they're, like they said, no days off, so that would obviously have to take away from, you know, one of the days.
It's one day to go to the grocery store. One day to go to the grocery store. That's the shopping they do. Like, oh, wow. So I felt for Lisa in that moment, and I understand why she's been so up in arms and going off on Meredith, because you do lash out more on people you love most, or that you know is going to accept your flaws and be like, I know you're upset because of ... And so I think that's her kind of safe space between her and Meredith. So
that makes a lot of sense. So right after this, y'all, or I should say, Whitney, again trying to make up for the failure of a birthday the previous night and everything. She's like, let's go to a bar. Like, please, let's go. It's the oldest bar on the island, actually, coincidentally. So they're all in, and they cheers, and then boom, we're at the bar. And after having some swizzles, I think it was called, like the
Swizzle Inn. They would at the Swizzle Inn.
They drink a couple of those. They probably were just taking some more selfies for all we know. And before we know it, for some odd reason, and I say like with a lot of emphasis, odd, Angie thinks it's a good idea to ask them if they should play a game. And that kind of annoyed me, not gonna lie. Angie, do better. And I say that, y'all, because obviously based on the last 2 or 3 times that we've tried to play games on this show, we know that it just never goes right, and it always ends in arguing and someone being mad or crying. So before we
wrong move, Angie.
Instead, Lisa asks who all there has read Heather's book, and Heather's like, I mean, I really don't got anything to do with who read it, just who bought the book. Cha-ching, cha-ching. But she's like, I don't remember who said what, but I do remember that the light started flickering literally right in the midst of all this. It's kind of weird, but the light started flickering.
The triangle was acting crazy, y'all.
So we already know it's about to get even weirder. And by weirder, I mean, so then Whitney brings up her issue, which we all know her issue is you don't want to talk about your own sex life and all of that, but yet you can sit here and literally in explicit detail openly talk about my sexuality in your book. You tell Monica to shut the F up, yet you're over here just telling everything that, has to do with me and my life and everything. Like, what's up with that? And Heather's like, what? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, she denies it. And I did like when she brought up the fact that it's like, wait, so are you trying to say that you're the reason why my book is a bestseller? Like, what are you trying to get at right now? Because that wasn't even the case. All I wrote was about how you booked me. You booked me for a boudoir photo shoot, and I was hired by you, and that, case closed. And again, Heather's like, what are you getting at? Like, what was the reason behind all that? And they continue to go back and forth. And I feel like, well, I'll say that, but they go back and forth until the point that Heather gets up and she's like, she's through with it. And I'm glad I got this specific screenshot, because as you can see, like, I was like, Whitney, why is your hand like, Whitney just like getting, I feel like, although Heather got up and started going that direction first, like Whitney was all like grabbing, she's like pulling her towards her or something. It was just weird how she did that. And then the things that she was saying and stuff like that. So then Heather goes, she runs off outside. She's hot. And who other than Whitney goes after her? Like, goes after her. Heather's taking off her mic. She's like, I'm not doing this with you right now. You're drunk. Like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. And, Whitney's like, Heather, I'm trying to have a conversation with you. And that's where the episode goes off. Like, Heather was like, production, get away from me. Like, don't even touch me. Get away from me. I need to be by myself. And the girl's like, I can't leave you by yourself, but I'll just wait here. And that's where we end things, y'all, until we get into the finale next week. What was going through your mind at that point? Like,
first of all, Heather damn near knocked Angie out onto the bar. She moved that chair. She tried to move her chair, and Angie, being as thin and small as she is, and small framed as she is, she ended up pushing her out of the seat. Angie came falling forward onto the bar. And I was like, oh my God. But Angie, don't get hit. Not hit, but don't bump your head on the bar, because that's what it was given. Whitney was I don't want to use the word sloppy drunk because it's not even about sloppy drunk. She's very uncoordinated when she's been drinking. Let's go with that. And so, yeah, her posture and stuff was kind of weird. Like you're pulling her, y'all talking about it. And it's so weird because all the ladies are watching this happen and nobody's intervening. It's like, why do y'all not intervene or like walk one of them out of the scene? Like, let's, like walk one of y'all, like, okay, Heather's over there in the corner. Somebody walk Whitney away. Whitney's out the outside.
It probably only would have been Lisa or Angie that would have done that, though. Would have intervened.
Well, whoever would have done that, I wish they would have done that because I just feel like
Lisa was like, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah, she did. She was like, let me put my hands up. I ain't doing nothing.
Never get mad at that person.
I can't. Yeah, I got that. But at that same token, then you need to walk away as well because I feel like you standing there is not helping. I feel like if you're gonna go like this, get all the way away.
Uber, like bye, right? Bye. Like what are you guys? I agree with you. I guess because But Whitney,
I don't like when the cousins are arguing. I don't like Whitney coming after Heather. If Heather walks out and left, that does not give you the green light to come after her. And I'm holding your feet to the fire. I'm gonna tell you, you gonna listen to me. No, I'm not. No, I am not. I'm not listening. La 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 la. Stop it. I don't want to listen right now. So you can't make me listen. You're irate. And in my book, Heather's book, she thinks you are drunk and tired. So let's not antagonize. She's not listening. So how can you talk to somebody that's not listening? So back up, go back in there with the girls. Let Heather figure out what Heather got going on. Because in this moment, I was like, wow, why is Heather so mad? She got mad really fast. Even though, it's when you know what? Whitney scared me when she said, yeah, because you're hypocritical or you're being a hypocrite. Her face looked so demonized to me.
Oh, she looked like she needs to be. I couldn't drink with her. I mean,
I was like, her face was different when she said that to me. And I think in that moment is where Heather was like, who are you talking to? Like, I ain't hypocritical, even if she is. Like, that's not how you tell somebody that. And it went all bad downhill from there. And I just don't think Whitney did that before with Heather. She didn't mush her, or did she move her? She moved her, didn't she? Physically moved. They had an argument the one time they were out of state, and Whitney was drunk as hell, drunk. And her and Heather had been drinking too, but Heather was holding her shit. So Whitney was all in her face, and I think Whitney might have been right, but Heather literally moved her and physically get out of my face and moved her out the way. And it's like, Whitney, you didn't learn from that one, so you're gonna keep doing it. Okay, well, when you get punched, don't say nothing.
Every single time she does this, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, it is. Like, stop doing that. So we finally get into the finale, though, sis.
I know, I'm excited, and that's why I don't really care about this. Other than the fact that I just don't care about this, but it was more so because I don't want any of the like I said in the beginning, I don't want to take any of the focus off of the main plot, storyline, whatever that I want to talk about, which is what is going to happen if we're going to address this lawsuit and stuff, and what I want to focus on that from now on. Because I mean, I guess it's obvious because that's the only thing that's concrete and has, receipts and stuff like that. Like, it's official. Let's stick to the official story and not just the hearsay and the drama and stuff like that. So I never want to see people involved in legal matters and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, it's been a good season overall, I will say, so far. And
it was very minimal of Mary. Mary wasn't first to get this is the finale. Mary had like 3 scenes, maybe 4. I'm feeling like 3. One where she can go out and play with the girls. One with Monica.
She went to Palm Springs.
She went to Palm Springs with the girls.
We got a couple clips of that.
Okay,
Monica, her had a one
dynamic.
Her and Whitney had a one-on-one. Son addressing.
I feel like that was all in one episode. So we're looking at about 4, and we had 16 episodes.
I mean, she's been in.
I mean, we got a little bit. We sprinkled her. I don't need a lot of her. What we got isn't good enough.
So because what the quality of what she was giving when we did see her, so it made it seem like even less. Whereas on other shows, when we get the like Sharice's and the Marlows and those type of friends that really were involved in the scenes as friends, I feel like Mary want to be there anyway. So it's very
I like them.
Unless starts with her, says something to her or whatever, she's like, why are you talking to me? So it's a very seen and not heard thing when she's there. And yeah,
I'm excited. We are almost getting close to the end. We are sure that we get in 3 parts to the
Google.
Okay. So we got 4 more episodes to get through, y'all. We appreciate y'all rocking with us though. Like seriously, we've been getting through this season. And we've been doing it. We've been giving you guys consistent content on this show. So that's great. And I'm excited to see the finale. I don't remember exactly. Oh, this is where Monica's gonna get put on blast on the finale.
And that's what I'd rather talk about.
I bet. We know how you feel about that lady.
Y'all, thank you for sticking with us. We'll still let you guys know how we're gonna do the reunion. Like if the first part's not giving, if we're gonna just do the 2-1 or whatever. So be on the lookout for that. So make sure you have your post notifications on and all of that, so you know when we go live with that. But we enjoyed, sticking this out with us. We got this final episode next week. Yeah. And excited to see what it's going to give. I'm excited. I really am.
I want to get to the reunion. So I want to get to the reunion so bad because I want to see if
we haven't even got reunion looks yet, have we? No.
What is going on? They're gonna give it to us next week. What is that about? And I wonder if they're gonna give it Bermuda. I wonder if they're gonna give it the Bermuda, the Bermuda background. Hold on. Well, they went to Palm Springs. They went to Palm Springs too. I don't want that look.
Or what?
I don't want that look. I don't want them in the Queen's outfits.
Yeah, like there's no other. I was just looking to maybe it just popped up when I wasn't looking, but we haven't gotten any reunion looks, y'all. So when they do come across, if it doesn't coincide with us in this last episode or whatever, we might have to do like a separate segment of that or whatever. So
that'd be cool.
Y'all see it before us, please be sure to send it to the DM. Yes, again, we appreciate you guys for watching and keeping the chat super active as always. Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. And yeah, I think that's it.
That is it. We see y'all next week. Same time, same bad channel.
Bye, y'all.